Ducks ready to kick it away first. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. JKS. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. It's Clark. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
Well, you're seeing this offense aggressive here right out of the gate. I don't even know if they're planning on running the football the rest of this game, the way they're throwing it right now. I mean, they're just throwing caution to the wind. And, David, we know it. They've got a lot of confidence in their skill players throwing the ball, and right now, that's been very apparent early.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Straight ahead, it's George. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Sets his feet. It's Bailey. Fires one high and deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Off and running. Touchdown, Oregon. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Making the adjustment on the play. Jaron Chiave Sangropovatelli going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Takes a hit as he fires. Gets rid of it.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Look out! Lets it fly. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. So send the tight end in motion. Snapped on 4th down. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Ripping through the defense. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers, because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the heat. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun on 3rd down, Sangapolatelli. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They were in a prevent defense, but it did not prevent them from getting the sack.
Yeah, and most of the time you don't, right? You drop back so deep, and your defensive lineman, you don't play a bunch of those guys in prevent defense, but they're that good. They still get to the quarterback and still are able to tackle him and get the sack.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his 3rd possession. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here we go. Ready. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Got to make the play on 4th. Rushes on. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out wide right, it's Reynolds. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Sangapolatelli. Right side, it's Dickey. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature him in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Scrimmage is second and goal. No huddle offense to the line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Oh, pressure's coming. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing Sangapavatelli. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the touchdown LSU. He got loose and it was lights out after that. The extra point here would tie the game. Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Unleashes one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Long way to go on second down. Takes the handoff. It's George. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. First down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
From the gun, running back on the move. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the air, it's Bailey. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. It'll be a draw. He came flying up from his free safety position and stopped him well short. In fact, he'll be about 3 yards behind the marker, and it's 4th down. Looking for the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The handoff.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He breaks a tackle. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The Ducks signal for their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Left side, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? JKS. Rush right in his face. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Songapolatelli on the play action. Throws to the wideout. Holds on, it's Lockett. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Jaron Kiave Songapolatelli. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to get the corner. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Flips it out to the back. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Going long. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Sangapolatelli. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense is.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Sangapolatelli. They're all over him. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Open field on the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He got a step and just dusted the field. After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. The give to the fullback. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim two-point lead. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Drops back, it's Bailey. Extending the play. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. But this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making the adjustment. Motion from the back. Sangapolatelli from the gun on third down. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown LSU! They take the lead here in the second half. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quick handoff. There he goes. He's got the first down. He's inside the 40. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Gets it to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, it's George. Bring him down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth-quarter lead. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide right, it's Edwards. Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an up. And that is interception number 3 on the day. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll move the tight end. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. On the move. Fires on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Motion from the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it. Rallying to it and tackling that guy for a loss.
Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Sends it back in motion. From the gun on third down, Sellers. And he avoids the sack.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Makes one man miss. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
How about that? 4th down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Here's Sellers to throw. Still looking. Into the end zone he goes. Two-point conversion is good, and the lead stands at 11. So that drive covered 29 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. JKS throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the